Hi friends, we are in the midst of worldwide pandemic and we all are obsessed with some or the other worry like our job, our career, our health, our relations, etc. And we have to deal with these worries that are harassing us and turning our days and nights into veritable hells. Well, solution to this is that we must equip ourselves to deal with different kinds of worries. In this video, I'm going to share some anti-worry technique depicted in the book How to Stop Worrying and Start Living by Dale Carnegie. I'm also going to share a magic formula at the end of this video, so please watch till the end for that and get complete recipe for handling worry which you can start right away. And one more thing, friends, if you are new to this channel, Tezbrains provides an educational videos which will add short and digestible summaries of self-help books to your brains. So please do subscribe to our channel to get updated with all the valuable information. Now let's get started. There are 4 basic steps of problem analysis. First is get the facts. Why is it so important to get the facts? Because unless we have the facts, we can't possibly even attempt to solve a problem intelligently. Without the facts, all we can do is stew around in confusion. So get the facts by writing down precisely what I'm worrying about. Second is analyze the fact by writing down what I can do about it. Third is arrive at a decision about what to do. And the fourth is act on that decision by starting immediately to carry out that decision. It's like writing down both our side of the case and other side of the case and generally find that the truth lies somewhere in between these two extremities. Here's the point author trying to make. Neither you, nor I, nor Einstein, nor the Supreme Court of United States is brilliant enough to reach an intelligent decision on any problem without first getting the facts. Thomas Edison knew that. At the time of his death, he had 2,500 notebooks filled with facts about the problems he was facing. Experience has proved to author time after time the enormous value of arriving at a decision. It is the failure to arrive at a fixed purpose, the inability to stop going round and round in maddening circles that derives main to nervous breakdowns and living hells. So author find that 50% of our worries vanishes once we arrive at a clear, definite decision, and another 40% usually vanishes once we start to carry out that decision. So banish about 90% of worries by taking these 4 steps. So now let's come to a magic formula in 3 steps. First, ask yourself what is the worst that can possibly happen. Author shared one method worked out by Will Carrier, the brilliant engineer who launched the air conditioning industry. He worked for the Buffalo Forge company in Buffalo. He was handed the assignment of installing a gas cleaning device in a plant at Crystal City, a plant costing millions of dollars. The purpose of this installation was to remove the impurities from the gas so it could be burned without injuring the engines. This method of gas cleaning was new. It had been tried only once before and under different conditions. In his work at Crystal City, unforeseen difficulties arose. It worked after a fashion, but not well enough to meet the guarantee they had made. He was stunned by his failure. It was almost as if someone had struck him a blow on the head. His stomach, his insides began to twist and turn. For a while, he was so worried that he couldn't sleep. Finally, common sense reminded him that worry wasn't getting him anywhere. So he figured out a way to handle his problem without worrying. So the step 1, analyze the situation fearlessly and honestly and figure out what was the worst that could possibly happen as a result of this failure. So he said, no one was going to jail me or shoot me. That was certain. True, there was a chance that I would lose my position and there was a chance that my employees would have to remove the machinery and lose the $20,000 we had invested. Millions of people have wrecked their lives in angry turmoil because they refused to accept the worst, refused to try to improve upon it, refused to salvage what they could from the wreck. Instead of trying to reconstruct their fortunes, they engaged in a bitter and violent contest with experience. So the second step is prepare to accept it if you have to. Carrier figuring out what was the worst that could possibly happen. He reconciled himself to accepting it. If necessary, he said to himself, this failure will be a blow to my record and it might possibly mean the loss of my job. But if it does, I can always get another position. Conditions could be much worse, and as far as my employees are concerned, well, they realize that we are experimenting with a new method of cleaning gas, and if this experience costs them $20,000, they can stand it. They can charge it up to research, for it is an experiment. So, after discovering the worst that could possibly happen and recounting himself to accepting it, if necessary, an extremely important thing happened. He immediately relaxed and felt a sense of peace that he hadn't experienced in days. And the final step is calmly proceed to improve on the worst. From that time on, he calmly devoted his time and energy to trying to improve upon the worst which he had already accepted mentally. So he tried to figure out the ways and means by which he might reduce the loss of $20,000 that they have faced. He made the several tests and finally figured out that if they spend another $5,000 for additional equipment, their problem would be solved. Friends, when we worry, our minds jump here and there and everywhere, and we lose all our power of decision. However, when we force ourselves to face the worst and accept it mentally, we then eliminate all these vague imaginings and put ourselves in a position in which we are able to concentrate on our problem. So, if you have a worry problem, apply the magic formula of Will's Carrier by doing these three things. Ask yourself what is the worst that can possibly happen. Second, prepare to accept it if you have to. And the third is calmly proceed to improve on the worst. So these are some important concepts from the book How to Stop Worrying and Start Living, which you can buy from the link I've given in the description below. That's all for this video. Please hit the like button if you really feel this video pushed you a little ahead, and share this with your dear one. Comment if you have any suggestion for our channel, and don't forget to subscribe for more such videos on weekly content. Thanks a lot.